It's Friday. We made it, everybody. It is Halloween weekend, as you can tell, because I'm wearing orange. It's mandated. It's in the news anchor handbook. I'm Jason DeRusha. Welcome to the CBSN Minnesota Daybreaker. I just ate an everything bagel. Can you smell it? Ron can. Sorry, buddy. It's rough. It's rough. Let's get you up to speed on the weather. For today, another below average temperature day. Just chilly. It's a chilly start. I just took a little walk outside, and it's a bit of a slap in the face for sure. It's going to be dry tonight at least, which is good. And then Halloween should be very nice. Right about average, a little breezy, so make sure if you're wearing a wig, you have that kind of velcroed down to your head. Let's talk about this. It is the day before Halloween, and you know what that is. National Candy Corn Day. Oh, how are you celebrating? By not eating candy corn, perhaps. This is a very controversial candy. Why? Why is it controversial? Is it because it's a trash candy? It tastes like wax? Or is it delicious? You love candy corn. We want you to weigh in. Is there a candy that's worse than candy corn? What is the worst Halloween candy? Is it candy corn? Is it circus peanuts? Is Peeps worse than candy corn? We want you to tell us what about Almond Joy? That's controversial. Almond Joy has nuts, Mounds don't. Share your thoughts. Halloween candy. I've got my Halloween candy ready to go. CBSN Minnesota Daybreaker, brought to you by Reese's. We wish, right? If you want to sponsor us, Reese's, I got a sales guy you can call. We'll share some of it. Maybe Candy Corn wants to sponsor us. And if Candy Corn sponsors us, I'm here to tell you there's no better candy than candy corn. All right, let's talk about Election Day. That's coming up. There's a reason I don't ask you political questions down here. I've heard enough. I've heard your opinions. I validate your opinions. I just don't want to see those comments on Facebook anymore. Your mail-in ballot is everything's changed since yesterday. Federal Appeals Court ruled that the state of Minnesota, that the Secretary of State can't just make a rule that is different from state law and different from federal law. So there was going to be this window where you could mail in your ballot and they would still count ballots that arrived after Election Day but were postmarked. And the Federal Appeals Court said, we don't think so. And so election officials are saying, let's get on it. Get those ballots in. They may not be counted. Here are some of the options that you have as a voter. There are options for you now. You can hand deliver your ballot. You can vote early in person, or you can vote on Election Day. Different counties are expanding their hours so you can drop it off. But the bottom line is you do have to drop off that ballot by Election Day, 8 p.m., and then another court will decide whether they'll count the ones that get there after. So bottom line, just get it done. Get it in. Or vote on Tuesday. Minnesota is a battleground state this election. It is underscored by the dueling rallies happening here today. Both President Trump and Democratic challenger Joe Biden will be in Minnesota just hours apart. They'll be in different parts of the state. Biden's going to be at an invite-only drive-in event in St. Paul. This is his second visit to the state this year. Biden also going through Iowa and Wisconsin. President Trump will visit Rochester. It's his fourth time here in recent weeks. He was hoping to have a giant rally, and the airport in Rochester said, you can't have that here. We have a maximum of 250 people. So we moved it to Dodge Center, and then the Attorney General's office called and said, okay, what's your COVID plan? And they said, humana, and moved it back to Rochester. So only the first 250 people will be allowed inside. The president also will be in Michigan and Wisconsin today. Minnesota healthcare leaders are warning about the increase in COVID-19 cases. They're worried that we're going to have the same thing happening here that has been happening in our neighboring states. Caseloads are getting big, and they're seeing a surge. We did set a new daily record of nearly 2,900 cases. We've been averaging over 2,000 cases a day now for a number of days. Minnesota hospitals say they're dealing with more COVID patients right now than at any other point during the pandemic. They're worried about the pressure the surge will put on our healthcare systems. Hospital staff want people to get back on the case and flatten the curve.
We have kind of a red status for a few areas and yellow status for a few others. So I think it's probably best to just to categorize that as we're close to, we're feeling fuller.
Yeah, the hospital's feeling fuller. Good news, though. Hospitals are better equipped now than they were earlier this year, and the interventions, the treatments, have improved, too. Despite changes, Halloween celebrations will go on in Anoka, the self-proclaimed Halloween capital of the world, because 100 years ago they had a parade, and they were one of the first to have a big Halloween parade. So Anoka, you've got the title, and they're doing a decorating contest. Look at this. This is the winning home. Unbelievable. Dan Wiswell is the mind behind all of this. He almost didn't decorate this year. He always did it with his dad. And his dad has had cancer, and he died earlier this summer. Dan was thinking, I don't know if I can do it. But Dad said, I love Anoka. You got to continue this tradition when I'm gone. How about this? A real corn maze there. They got a flying witch on the roof. So check that out in Anoka. You can drive by all the decorated houses tonight and tomorrow night between 7 and 9. Tomorrow is the drive-through parade. Kind of a crazy idea. Instead of a parade going down the main street in Anoka, you drive to the floats. And you can do that from 11 till 3. Tomorrow, and then the bell ringing that'll ring throughout the town at 7:30. Church bells will ring, but they want you to ring bells at your home, or sirens, or foghorns, or whatever, and it'll kind of be a sensation like they would have done 100 years ago in Anoka. A link to all the information at WCCO.com. You're going to be able to see a blue moon on Halloween. Blue moon. Da, 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 da. Blue moon's going to light up the sky tomorrow night. Second full moon this month. That's what a blue moon is, when you get 2 fulls in a month. We haven't had one of those in the U.S. since March of 2018. And we haven't had one on Halloween, the super creepy Halloween blue moon, since 1944. Don't forget to turn your clocks back if you have a clock. This is advice for the olds, for people like me who wear a watch, that you have to change your clock. Everybody else, I think, just uses their cell phone. And you just have to change your microwave. That's like the only one that people have. More online shopping this year means more packages to deliver, which means more jobs. UPS hiring. They're doing a bunch of virtual and in-person job fairs today. They want to hire more than 1,800 people in Minnesota, looking for helpers for a driver, so you'd sit in the passenger seat and help them load up and unload. They're looking for package handlers in their sorting facilities, and then seasonal drivers, too, if you want to be a driver. We have more information on our website. You might need some extra money because Netflix is raising prices just $1, but this is how they get you. Remember, wasn't Netflix like $7 at one point? Now it's 14. It's going up to 14. They'll roll it out like it doesn't raise on everyone at the exact same time, I guess. The premium plan, so like maybe you have a 4K TV. I have a 4K TV at home, but like you have to pay extra to be able to stream stuff in 4K. 18 bucks a month for that. I don't need to see Queen of the South in 4K enough to spend that kind of money. New prices roll out. Analysts say, you know, when Netflix raises their price, guess what? Hulu and who else charges? I don't know. They're going to raise their prices, too. So be ready for that. YouTube, Live, all of those things. Let's talk about candy. I am here with what I think is the best candy. I think, Riley, did you give me this? I don't know. Who gave? Oh, this was from you, Ron? Aw. Ron is, you guys never get to see Ron. He's the nicest guy. At least we got one nice guy on this show. He's nothing. All right, we're talking about trash candy. What is the worst? What is worse than candy corn? Ashley, black licorice. Black licorice is the cilantro of candy, right? Some people just have like an awful reaction to it. Sally agrees. Circus peanuts. There's some circus peanuts. It just is like marginally more tasty than like actual packing peanuts. Randy, anything other than Snickers. Yeah, Randy's just a Snickers guy. You know, Snickers could sponsor us, too. Just trolling for advertising today. Peanut butter kiss. Tara, thank you for saying this. Peanut butter kisses. So this is a candy. There's a real generational divide on this because I don't think anybody hands them out anymore, but I remember getting these as a kid. They were in either the orange or the black, like twisty kind of wax wrapping. It was just like biting into a rock. Becca says candy corn is delicious. Hated getting bubble gum. Yeah, you'd get that like, what's the name of the bubble gum that would be hard as a rock? Is it not the bazooka? Maybe it's bazooka. Is that what I'm thinking of? Double bubble. The Big League Chew is good, but bubble gum that you would get trick or treating, you take like 3 bites and then the flavor is gone. No good. All right. Well, I hope you guys hand out good candy. We're going full-size candy bars at the DeRusha house. I figure there won't be too many people out there, so we'll give them the good stuff. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Daybreaker. Hope you enjoyed it. We do. We enjoy doing this for you every morning. We'll be back again on Monday. Have a good weekend.